Coming up, Leo Terrell on how a liberal black lawyer becomes a conservative. Welcome to another Real American Heroes special edition. I'm Oliver North. Our guest today, Attorney Leo James Terrell, a winning trial lawyer. His practice is one of the most successful law firms eradicating discrimination in Los Angeles. Leo has served as an attorney for the NAACP, former chairman of the Black Korean Alliance, an advisory board member for the EEOC, the Equal Opportunity Commission, and a former member of the California Statewide Commission Against Hate Crimes. Leo appears regularly on TV, particularly with my good friend Sean Hannity. Prior to his legal career, he's been a history teacher, a geography teacher, an economics teacher. He received a master's in education from Pepperdine and his law degree from UCLA. Leo, thank you for taking time to join us today.
Colonel, it's my extreme privilege to join you today. I'm very happy to be here.
I want to just get right to this, so forgive me for going off in a political direction. You're a lifelong Democrat.
Yes.
Why are you voting Republican for the very first time this year?
Colonel, I'm voting Republican for the first time for two major reasons. One, the Democratic nominee, Joe Biden, about 4 or 5 weeks ago, made an outrageous statement stating, if you don't vote for me, you ain't black. That statement, Colonel, was very, very offensive. It, to me, insulted every African American in this country. The second reason, Colonel, is because the Democrats want to defund the police. They want to take away law and order throughout this country. And when they abandon the police, because police officers protect us 24/7, and 98 to 99% of all officers are great. When those two events occurred, Colonel, it was time for me to leave the Democratic Party and decide to vote for Donald Trump.
Look, the Democrats are alleging that this is a country with this systemic racism and discrimination. Do you see it that way?
Absolutely not. I want to make sure this is clear, and thank you for that question. This is not 1960. This is not Bull Connor with the German Shepherds. This is 2020, Colonel. We have Democratic mayors, people of all colors, running Democratic cities. I would submit to you that the police departments are diverse with every different ethnic group. It is ludicrous to allege that there is systemic discrimination in this country as of today. It does not exist. That is a Democratic talking point.
You know, I've got 18 grandkids, and one of the things that's happening here in Virginia is that there's uncertainty as to whether they're going to be in school this autumn. I believe, and I think you believe, that school choice is the key to breaking not only the problems with coronavirus, but the poverty cycle. And you've been a teacher. Why do you believe that?
Oh, excellent. Thank you for asking. I mean, I love teaching more than I do law. I start off as a public school teaching. It's the reason why I'm here before you today, Colonel. My mother did not finish junior high school. My dad finished high school, but they understood the importance of education, and they made sure that I understood how important education was. That's why I have a bachelor's degree, a master's degree, a law degree. Education is the key to breaking the poverty cycle. And Colonel, these teacher unions, they finance Democratic campaigns, and they are against school choice. They're against allowing people, all Americans, the right to choose a better school over a bad school. And it's just perplexing to me why they're doing that. They want to keep the power. They want to have us pandering to the government, but they want to keep us in this poverty chain. Education is key.
Give me your thoughts on the Black Lives Matter movement, I guess is the right word for it. It's obviously controversial, and we certainly know what others have thought about it. Give me yours.
I would love to. And for those who can't see, I'm a Black American. I am opposed, Colonel, to Black Lives Matter. Why? A very good reason. Black Lives Matter doesn't care about all Black lives. They only care, Colonel, about certain lives involving a police officer and a Black victim. Colonel, they don't care if a Black police officer gets killed. They don't care about the Black on Black crime that is going on in Chicago every day of the year. They are just profiteers. I give them credit. They have been able to get a false narrative out there claiming that they care about everyone. They do not. And to me, they have basically hijacked the Democratic Party, and they have basically they basically have shaken down corporations for contributions. I'm opposed to Black Lives Matter. I'm against Black Lives Matter. I do not believe the intended purpose is for the betterment of this country.
You know, I've been paying pretty close attention to what's been happening in the District of Columbia, all of Seattle, which is now doing away, I guess, with all their police department. I've watched these violent activities. My colleagues in the media call that protesting. That's not. It's vandalism, it's arson, sometimes it's attempted murder, it's trying to firebomb policemen. What the heck is happening in these cities in America? It's over a dozen cities that have been torched and looted.
I'll tell you exactly what's going on. It's all politics at the expense of those people living in those cities. The Democratic leadership in these cities have basically given the keys to the city to these extremist organizations. Let me be very clear. These people are not protesting over the tragic death of George Floyd. These people are criminals and arsonists. And you have these Democratic mayors, Colonel, refusing the help from the president to help them put down this criminal misconduct. They don't want to do that for one simple reason. They don't want to give the president any credit, and they believe that there is enough anti-Trump sentiment that will carry them to the election. They are wrong, because a lot of Democrats are law and order Democrats like myself, and they reject this destruction and total criminal misconduct in these Democratic cities.
You're spot on, brother. I got, as I mentioned, 18 grandkids. 50 years from now, they're going to be studying about this extraordinary time in history. What do you want my great-grandkids to know about what you, Leo Terrell, did during this remarkable period in our nation's history when they look at it 50 years from now?
I want your grandchildren to know that, what makes this country so unique is our history, our institution, our love for God and country. And what happens is there will be a few individuals that will try to challenge our institution, our love for this country, what makes this country great, our Declaration of Independence and our Constitution. But this country, Colonel, is so strong that your grandchildren 50 years from now will see that, notwithstanding a few individuals exercising their First Amendment rights, this country is stronger than ever. And the people who love this country made sure that 50 years from now, that your grandchildren will enjoy the fruits and benefits of living in America.
God bless you, brother. I truly admire what you're doing. I hope that some of your former friends are understanding as to why you've taken the stands you have, because I have enormous respect for that kind of courage. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Colonel, and thank you very much for having me. It's a privilege to even have a chance to sit down and chat with you.
It's mine too, brother. Thank you.
Thank you.
Folks, if this Real American Heroes special broadcast has been informative, helpful, or encouraging to you, take time now to subscribe and let me know how these unprecedented events have affected you and yours. By doing so, you'll become part of this historical record of how America persevered and once again prospered. Until next time, remember, Semper Fidelis is more than a slogan for U.S. Marines. Always faithful is a way of life.